What's up, people? I'm George, and this is Marvelous Statues, the show where we get to unbox and review some of the coolest statues and collectibles known to man. And on today's episode, I am super pumped because it's Friday. It's been a damn good week for me. And to top it all off, the icing on the cake, HMO Collectibles delivered the Morrigan statue. So I am super pumped for this. We're going to unbox it. We're going to review it. We're going to do all of that. So stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. As I stated earlier, this is the Morrigan statue by HMO Collectibles. This is Morrigan from the video game Darkstalkers. Now, I never actually played the video game Darkstalkers. I was introduced to this character through Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't know how many of you actually played this version of her in the game, or if you played her first on Marvel vs. Capcom. Let me know which way you guys know her from. She is a succubus. Yeah, succubus. And she's kind of, you know, vampiric and everything, so hence all the bats and everything. The protagonist of the video game Darkstalkers, and like I said, I know her from Marvel vs. Capcom. You know, she's sexy looking character, and I never actually really played her in Marvel vs. Capcom. Usually people used her against me. I was more of a Wolverine and Spider-Man guy in that game, but I knew of the character from that. Now, when I saw the look of it over at Singapore Comic-Con last year, I was like, man, that is a really nice looking statue, and I would love to see it. So, you know, I'm really happy that HMO Collectibles sent this over to me. So I'm really happy to have this in hand. This is the Player 2 version. There is a Player 1 version with her normal look, which she has more of a green hair and black pants type of thing going on. This one, she has like blue pants, red shirt, and the pink hair. So let's take a look at the box. As you can see, it's extremely beautiful. This is why I love HMO Collectibles. They do, you know, some great packaging. This is a sturdy box, just like what you would get from XM Studios, but they give you a really artistic style to it, and I love that. And then you could thank Safara for that work. She does amazing box art and other art too. You should really check out her stuff, her Facebook page. I'll leave a link for her in the description below if you guys want to check out her work, but she does some awesome stuff. So you got Morrigan right here. This is kind of embossed, so you can feel it, and it's really nice. You know, it's a mix of matted areas, and you have these glossier bats around her and everything, which looks really cool. And this is the first of the HMO girls, I think is what they have going on now. So the women in power, you know, is the whole idea, which is neat. The whole box is purple, you know, more bats here along the side. And on the back, we got the credits. So, you know, you have the sculptor, Mufizzle. You know, he did an awesome job. From what I saw, I can't wait to see this now when I unbox it. Design team HMO. Paint job by James TCE and Safara Jaffney for the art style of this box. So really impressive stuff here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all the stuff out. I know there's a lot of pieces to this, and then we'll walk through putting it together. All right, the lid off, and as you can see, just like with XM Studios, like I stated before, you have the styrofoam and the straps, which is great. Just make sure that you get it, you know, in perfect shape. So let's pop off the first lid, and I will show you what else comes with this. Also, after I pulled the lid off, there was also the book that comes with it. So you also have the instructions. There you go, the instructions on how to put this beautiful girl together. All right, and as you see right here, you know, everything is wrapped really nicely. So, you know, you have the tissue and you have the plastic wrapping, and everything's in place. So really nice stuff there. So cool. All right, guys, I basically have everything out here that you need to assemble Morrigan, aside from Morrigan herself. And I wanted to save that for last because I feel like that's the most special part of it. And I want to show you how the instructions here say to assemble her onto the base. And I wanted to give you guys my reaction when I finally get her out of the plastic. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm pumped. I can't wait. All right. Pop around right here. Oh, she's got some size to her, man. Oh, wow. my God. Yo. Man, yo. Wow. Yo, she's beautiful. I can't. Wow. Man. Yeah, this is one beautiful looking piece, man. All right, so it's wrapped in plastic to protect the hair. It looks like they have this styrofoam here insert, which is wedged in there pretty tightly. Let's get her out. Right. Wow. This is beautiful. Very, very beautiful. All right. So it says, okay. All right. So in the base, there's a slot here and a slot right on the inside of the rocks here, or the skulls, whatever you want to say. Yeah, I got that butt, man. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna pull her up kind of close here, so hopefully you guys can get a little preview here of what we're looking at. She is looking really, really good. All right. All right. Let's get it back over here. Okay. So this foot here has to slide into this slot, and then this slot goes right into here. All right. So let's see if we can get this in here without any issues. I believe she just slides right in. Boom. Like a glove, man. That fits perfect. All right. So there she is. Man, she's looking fantastic. Oh man. That's okay. Okay. So I guess, the streak continues. I got a little bit of a crack right here in her thong line. All right. I mean, it doesn't take away from it at all, but that's there. So it's all good. I'll contact them, and we'll see what we could get that fixed and everything. But wow, man, she is gorgeous. Okay, let's get her all together real quick, and then we could do the review a little bit later. All right, what's next? She's in place. Next is the hands. All right, so we got this hand. So these pieces here are like a plastic material, almost like flexible. Almost like a vinyl or very flexible, malleable material. All right. Hand fits right there, just like that. All right. Fits in perfectly. Magnet is not super strong on this arm, but with the way that these folds over here, it kind of hugs the arm really well, so it's not going anywhere. Fits right in. So real nice. All right. And then we got this hand right here, which is gonna go like so. Like that. Okay. All right. There she goes, reaching out. And that fits right in real nicely as well. You can't even see any seam lines, so perfect. All right. So then next on the list is the bat ears, I guess is what we would call them. I don't know what we would call these things. All right, so these go up here on the head. These do not have any magnets at all. These kind of just slide in like slots. But they fit really snugly, so they're not going anywhere. All right? So, not too bad there. Very cool. Okay. And then we got the actual wings. Okay. So this one goes, so these slide right into these two holes here on the back of, on her back, and just above her butt. So they just kind of lay there as well. So, okay. Snug around, and then you just slide it into place. Okay. All right. So now we have the bats. There are a ton of bats. Oh my God. All right. So where do these guys go? Let them go there. Is it this one? Let's try this one. Huh. Okay. Bats kind of just rest in place there. Fits okay. Kind of wish that it was a little more snug, but you know, it has a balance, so I don't think it's gonna fall out. But that's that one. All right, and goes here. Yeah. Okay. Like that, I think. Okay. And then it's like one bat goes on top of the other. Okay, so one of the bats has a slot in it. And then I guess this one here goes right into it. Okay. And again, it doesn't go all the way in. So let me show you. You can see right there, hopefully. It doesn't go all the way in. And I'll get you some close-ups when I do the review. So just so you guys know. And then that one goes... And then one goes over here. It fits right in like that. All right. Very cool. Well, they give you some kind of reference in the back anyway for you to see where the bats go. All right, so I guess I'll just have to figure it out. Slot here. You see this fits in like that. Yeah, that looks okay there. All right. Let's try that here. Okay. So hole over here. And we got one more. I think it goes right here. Yeah. All right. All right, so there she is. Slide her a little bit over here. There it is. All right. So, yeah, this one here is scary. The slot, the hole is a little bit bigger than how the bat fits in. So it kind of just like its weight kind of angles it in there. So it doesn't feel like it's going to fall out, but gravity's holding it in place. So I think that's a little bit freaky. All right, but that's it right there. Okay, so I'm going to mull this one over here for a few hours, and then I'll do the review. I'll give you my thoughts. All right? All right, guys. I've been looking at this one for about an hour now. She is absolutely stunning, man. I can't say that enough. So, I also spoke with HMO Collectibles about the crack in the thong on the back. From, if you haven't seen the unboxing, there was a little bit of a crack on the back thong here. They told me that they're going to send me out a new piece. No questions asked, so awesome. So, you know, stuff happens, you know, get some, you know, things sometimes break during shipping. It's not a big deal. All right, so let's talk about Morgan. All right, so let's work from the bottom up, like I always do. So she stands atop this rock formation, and what I've loved about this piece from day one is that the rock formation from the front makes the image of a skull. And when I first saw that at the Singapore last year when they had the video on that, I was like, wow. I mean, that is a really cool concept. Is because, you know, from this side you just, you know, see rocks and you really doesn't catch you right away. But then, you know, when you look at it from the front, that skull appears and you're just like, man, that is a really, really cool idea. So I thought that is really neat. It's painted very well. It's got all kinds of different shades in there. You got kind of like greenish tones, brownish tones, you know, grays, dark grays, light grays, warm grays. It's got all kinds of stuff going on there. It has the feel of like a wet rock, like you would think this would come from inside of a cave. You know, that's the feeling that you get from it. So I think they did a great job with that. Lots of nice texture work going on in there. You got little rocks and big rocks. I think that's really cool. There are some areas where I feel that the rocks kind of blend together a little bit. That'd be the only thing I would say about it. Like, you know, over in this area, you know, but it's not something that you would ever even pay attention to. So, you know, it's nothing that I would even mark as a negative for this. It's just, you know, it's something to note. So really, really pretty, really awesome. All right. And then they have all of these bats, you know, flowing around her and everything. Is because that's her signature, one of her signature moves in the game. She had these bats that come out and attack you. So I think that's awesome. And, you know, I think she appears that way too, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, that's done really well. Looks cool. The assembly part of the bats is a little bit scary. They didn't have clear-cut directions on where the bats go. Each one of the bats look very different. They're painted very well. You know, they have nice shades going on in there as well. And, you know, they look great. The only bat that I have a real fear about is the one here up on the left wing, you know, because it fits so loose. So, you know, and that's basically just holding by weight. The rod is in there and it kind of just sits in, and then when it goes down, it holds itself. So that's how that bat is being held in place. None of these bats have magnets on it. So that's, you know, something to note. The base is awesome, but it doesn't take anything away from the character. She's definitely stealing the show in this whole composition here. So this is the player 2 version. What I really like about the player 2 version is the colors are super vibrant. You know, I didn't get to see the player 1 in person, so I don't know how to compare one to the other. But I mean, these things, this is extremely vibrant paint application here. You know, it's just gonna pop when you see her in your display. So I love that about this piece. You know, such bright blues and reds, you know, purples going on in there. I love how the hair, you know, shades off into that pink to white effect going on. It's beautiful. The colors are, the paint application on this is great. I mean, they did an awesome job, you know, making this thing look like that. Nice details in the boots. You know, you have, you know, lots of stitching going on there. The folds here around the ankle are done very well. You know, it looks amazing. I like how she's jumping forward. It has that dynamic appeal to it, and she looks like she's like commanding her bats to come and attack. So I think that's awesome. The wings have a nice textured effect to it on both the inside of the wings and the outside. You know, the outside has a little bit of a different texture feel than the inside here, so I think that looks really nice. And then the bone here around the wing, I think looks cool. Those horns have a nice gloss to them. You know, gives it a nice contrast against this matte appeal, this matte finish here. So the wings are not translucent from what I can see. You know, I think they're a little thick to allow light through them, so I don't think that these will actually push light through. Although, yeah, actually, no. Let me scratch that. The wings are translucent. When I take it, I put my hand here like this, I can actually see the shadow through it. So that is cool. So the wings have a translucence to it. So that is awesome. You know, I didn't even see that. I've been paying so much attention to the sculpt that I didn't even notice that. So awesome. That's cool. Really cool effect. All right. You have all of these like bats going on around her leggings, and the blues are not all one blue color. You got like light blues and like darker shades of blues around here where the calf meets the thigh, you know, which is cool. And, you know, really nice folds. These bats are painted smooth, you know, and they look a little bit more gloss compared to the light colors here on the pants. So it gives it a nice contrast there going around. And then the reds just jump out at you when you have it against that cool color like that. The reds also have different shades in there. And again, same thing with the sculpt. The way that she's twisting like that, it's nice and dynamic and has all these nice folds there. So really cool. I love the way she's posed here with arm covering her breast. And then, you know, moving up into where the skin is, you know, we have the skin in both the hands and in her chest area. The amount of color that's in there, it's not, you know, just one. You know, you could see like reds in her clavicle area, I think is what you call that, up into where the neck is. There's kind of like reddish tones, you know, going around there, and then the white skin color. So it adds a nice melody, you know, when you're looking at her skin. Extremely beautiful. You know, and then the purple gloves that she's wearing also has nice, you know, shading going on there. And then the muscle structure just looks outstanding. You know, they did an amazing job there. Really cool. Love the way the breasts look. They look beautiful. And then, you know, that butt, you know, yeah, you know me. I love butts. So really, really awesome look from front to back. Looks great. I love the way the hair has the dynamic flow to it. It's like flying all around her and everything. She looks like she's about to jump off and prepare for flight. So I think that's cool. Looks really good. And then what really, really makes this piece stand out is the portrait. So she has such an elegant looking portrait, and she looks just like she does in the video game artwork. You know, obviously the video game, you know, doesn't have this amount of detail in it, but the artwork, they did an awesome job capturing that portrait. She looks extremely beautiful. I love the way her lips has nice soft pink lipstick going on the lips. You can see a little bit of her teeth, which I think that looks good. You know, looks very sensual, very sexy. And what really is cool about this piece is the eyes. So the eyes are done with this glass finish to it. I don't know exactly what to call it, but really what it is that the effect, and that effect of it is that the iris actually follows you around when you're moving around the statue. So it has that effect. So no matter where you look at her, she's looking at you. So I don't know how they did that. And I've never seen that done in a statue before, in any of the statues I've seen. So I think that is really awesome thing to have for this piece. So I think that's really cool. This thing is amazing how this looks. It is extremely beautiful. They did an outstanding job on this one. It's something that, you know, you guys are going to be really happy with when you see this thing in person. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. You know, it's just, I'm in love, man. It's great. Before we get out of here with this one, I'm gonna give you guys a measurement so you know if she could fit inside of a Besta, where you guys are gonna put her. You know, personally, me, I think I would probably have her on top of something. I think would be really awesome. But yeah, let's see what you know, her sizing. So she extends out pretty deep. So let's put her about there. Let's try measuring her from this direction, maybe make it easier. Okay, so all right, so I would say that she's roughly about 17 to 18 inches in depth, you know, from the front of the bat here all the way to the back. So, you know, there's that. The width of her, because you're going to probably have her displaying front on like this. So she is about 15 inches wide. She's not too wide. So about 15 inches wide from there to here. So 15 to 16 inches from here to the tip of this wing of this bat. So obviously this bat is the one that makes things a little bit more deep and, you know, front. I'm wondering, you could probably take her out if you didn't want to have the bat there, but then you'd be left with that hole. So, you know, that's up to you if you want to do that. And then the height, right? How tall is she? So she is roughly about 24 inches in height, little over 23 inches, almost 24 inches up to the top of her ears there. So there you go. All right, guys, so that concludes my unboxing and review of the Morrigan statue by HMO Collectibles. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please hit subscribe. You can ding that bell to get notified first when we come out with more videos just like this, as we're coming out with them pretty often. So definitely ding that bell so you get notified when we come out with them. You can catch all kinds of news and information at mcecentral.com on collecting, video games, movies, and all kinds of other geek stuff. It's because that's what we like talking about. And we're going to be coming back at you with more videos just like this one, so stay tuned for all of that. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.